minutes, but tonight it might be a little bit different. After a sluggish start last night, the Orangemen went on to cruise past a disciplined Columbia team. Now they face Washington State in the Carrier Classic Finals. The Cougars will be easily the toughest test yet for the Orange. Picked by many to challenge for the Pac-10 title, the Cougs are led by power forward Mark Hendrickson and shooting guard Isaac Fontaine. Hendrickson just a vacuum under the boards for Wazoo. He can hit from anywhere within 22 feet. And just as a phenomenal athlete as well, he's also one of the top Major League Baseball prospects in the country. Fontaine, meanwhile, is the leading returning scorer in the Pac-10. He hit for 17 points last night. Just a deadly three-point shooter. The key for the Orange tonight, contain those two Cougars.
Well, they're a very tough team from the Pac-10, and you know, they rebound well. They're a pretty physical team. Their guards are good and their inside players are good, so it's going to be a tough game.
They're really strong kids, and they know how to, pass. They cut and they move very well, and it's going to be a good game for us.
Well, two of SU's Big East rivals in action today. Allen Iverson and Georgetown have gotten a lot of the press so far, but Kerry Kittles and Villanova, they're ranked #2 in the nation today, taking on Purdue at the Anaheim Arena in California. And Steve Lapis glad to have Kerry Kittles, but early on it was Chuck Hornagy, the slam. Kerry Kittles would get into the action, though. The All-American steal at half court. Skies in for the jam. Nova in command, 43-28. In the second half, Purdue, not the team it once was. Another steal for Villanova. Give it up to the All-American, the jam. And Gene Katie, he's never had a very good toupee, and now he doesn't have a very good team either. Late in the game, it's Kittles from the right wing. Knocks down the three. 19 points and 6 boards for Kittles. Villanova a winner, 67-50. To the Fleet Center in Boston, and third-ranked Massachusetts taking on BC. John Calipari looking for the win, but it would not come easily. Danya Abrams up and under, BC up 6. Then Scooney Penn, the freshman from NBA range, nails it, 14 points, 10 rebounds for Penn. In the second half, UMass comes out, fired up. Dante Bright, 24 points on the game, the Minutemen taking the lead. But BC would not quit. It's Abrams.
Have to help.
The move, and watch the shot.
Abrams foul.
Gets it to go. Tied at 55. But Edgar Padilla would seal it for the Minutemen. He can go to NBA range as well. Hits it. And UMass escapes with an 8-point victory over Boston College. We check the scores. Wake Forest and 15th-ranked Virginia winners, as well as number 17 Cincinnati. Michigan upsetting Duke 88-84. Virginia Tech a big winner over VMI. And UCLA the upset over Maryland 73-63. In local scores, Lemoyne losing a heartbreaker to New Hampshire. They missed the last-second shot. Adam Stockwell had 24 points for the Dolphins, and the Orange women another win at St. John's. In hockey, the Crunch have made a bunch of moves today. 3 players will have new uniforms by tonight. For Larry Corville and Adrian Aucoin, it's the best news possible, called up to Vancouver this morning. Meanwhile, goalie Kay Whitmore moves as well, but it's to Detroit of the IHL. In the majors today, New Jersey and New York. Rough game. Big Atlantic Division rivalry. The goalies going at it. To the game. First period, power play. Scott Niedermeyer 1-0 New Jersey. They celebrate by fighting. It would get worse. In the second period, the Islanders cutting the lead in half when Marty McGinnis scores from short. How do they celebrate? Another fight.
And he's saying, get up so I can
Lots of fun for the family.
And then Pilon's teammates come to his aid.
Everybody enjoying the action.
Home now, what will we do?
And back to the game. Another power play for the Devils, another goal. John McClain, New Jersey the winner, 4-2. 4th place in the Atlantic for the Devils at 13-3-3. Well, week 15 of the NFL beginning a bit early with 2 games today. In the first, Cleveland trying to salvage some part of its season. What part, I don't know. But the Vikings needing a win to stay in the playoff hunt to the Metrodome in Minneapolis. Bill Belichick, his 4-9 Browns in trouble. In the first quarter, Warren Moon over the middle to Jake Reed, 32 yards. Setting up a field goal for Minnesota, 3-0. They lead early. In the second, now leading 10-3. Moon to Chris Carter over the middle, breaks a couple tackles. That's the story of the season for the Browns. Missed plays. 51 yards, sets up another field goal, making it 13-3 Vikes. Then in the third quarter, Moon goes back to Reed. 11 yards for the score. That makes it 20-3. 267 yards on the day for Moon. As for the Browns QBs, Eric Zier, 4 interceptions, replacing Vinny Testaverde. And Minnesota wins at 27-11. They move to 8-6 on the year. In the late game, Arizona and San Diego, and the Chargers leading it 28-14. And in college football, the Heisman Trophy winner will be announced in just about an hour. Everyone pretty much agrees it's a three-man race, and more than likely, it will be the closest vote since 1985. That was the closest ever when Auburn's Bo Jackson edged Chuck Long of Iowa. This year, Florida's Danny Werfel coming on strong late. He averages more than 330 yards and 3 touchdowns a game. Not too bad. And the Gators getting ready to play the Cornhuskers for the national championship. And that's where Tommy Frazier will be. A huge season for him as well. 32-3 lifetime as a starter. This season, unstoppable. But a couple of polls of voters have this man, Eddie George, in front, the tailback from Ohio State, with an average of better than 160 yards a game. And he led the nation in scoring with 24 touchdowns. So it should come down to the wire, and we'll know in about an hour at 7:30.
A lot of suspense.
Yep.
All right, thanks very much, Steve. Still ahead tonight with the hustle and bustle of the holidays. 4 combination this Saturday.